Hey everybody, Bill Degnan here, doing the second StrokeHacker Live with Sean Enton. I'm excited to be sort of co-hosting and moderating today. Got some great big news from Sean's neck of the woods about his involvement with Bulletproof Labs. I was just out there with Sean and just actually met him in person for the first time in Los Angeles a couple of weeks ago and got to go with him to the Bulletproof Labs. And I'm going to let Sean tell a little bit about what that means, who Dave Asprey is, what Bulletproof Labs is all about, and then we'll talk about the next step with that. So go ahead, Sean.
Sure. Hey, Billy. Thanks so much, buddy. And it's great afternoon, everyone. It's exciting. Yeah, the Bulletproof Labs, as everyone has seen, we kind of showed a little bit of a teaser a few weeks ago that, I was going through it, but now I'm actually officially starting the oh, here we go. Here's pictures of it. I can see it now, and that's kind of cool.
I'm trying to pull those up for you.
That's awesome. So thank you. Yeah, so Bulletproof Lab, David Asprey, who's the founder of Bulletproof Coffee, as you guys all know, he decided to create these labs basically to help people peak their performance, take athletes, get them faster and stronger and better. But what they haven't really done recently is taking people like myself with a stroke or a brain injury, and how do we recapture what's dormant in the brain and kind of revitalize it. So they're using me as a guinea pig, and I'm going to go in there for the next month, twice a week, and see what's possible. And start from the basics. So this last week, I think on Monday we went in for the first eval, or what's called the intake, where they just basically just assess my body. What pharmaceutical drugs am I on? What supplements am I taking? What's my heart rate? What's my blood pressure? Just get a baseline and see what my deficits are, and from there just kind of rebuild my brain so my body works. And I'm really excited about all of it.
Yeah, now I understand that you, and I've shown a little bit of footage of you on one of the devices when you were there the other day.
Yes.
And, so what are some of the devices that you would find at this Bulletproof Labs that are way different from what anyone would anywhere else?
Bill, it's unlike anything I've ever seen. I've been through probably hundreds of therapies and outpatient centers, but Dave Asprey, he built this thing based on what he uses for himself and his family, and for me to even start talking about it is so unjust. I mean, I showed some sneak previews of it all, but really next week is really I begin the therapies. This last week was just basically the intake, but he thinks he could turn my brain back on, so to get my left arm working. And my goal with them is I want to be running again. I want to do a Tough Mudder. I want to do a Spartan race, and hey, I even want to get back to wrestling and do some jiu-jitsu.
So they think with these therapies, these sort of cutting edge therapies, get you back on track.
Exactly. I mean, I said I want to surf, and they go, we can make that happen too. Just keep dreaming, just keep believing in it. And I think a lot has to do, Bill, with everything I say. I can, I shall, I will. It goes along with what they believe in too with Bulletproof. And it's not about why me; it's about what's next. And what's next is Bulletproof Labs. That's what I'm really excited about. Right
now, I remember that. In case people don't know, when I was out there a couple of weeks ago, you got to visit with Dave, and he interviewed you to talk about what the journey has been, and talk a bit about what the lab is all about. That CBS was out there, the local CBS interviewing both of you guys, so that's pretty exciting.
So we'll have footage of that as well too to show people.
I'm going to try to pull up here a little bit of what we saw, which was your intake.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Did you?
Evaluation intake. Yeah, really.
Taylor Smith. What is he?
Taylor Smith.
Okay.
Taylor Smith is a Biohacker Tech. So they're all called biohackers. I think that Dave Asprey is the biohacker, and Taylor's a trainer there is what we call him, but they're called biohackers. And the reason is because they're hacking the biology of the body and making the body peak performance.
So we're seeing here he's doing your intake, and what sort of questions is he asking you?
He's asking me what foods I eat. When do I sleep? Do I meditate? Do I things that I've never thought about? Why am I visualizing my arm working? And it's such about intentions and attitude that they use more of I think a spirituality kind of side to it, or a visual side mixed in with the therapies to say, hey, we're going to light this up, but you got to really believe in it and see it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool. Now, so we're gonna you're engaging with Bulletproof Labs over the coming 30 days. You're going to be going frequent therapies of various sorts.
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
Twice a week, Bill, yes.
And we're going to do our best to capture as much of that as we can, at least with cell phones or whatever, and
absolutely
feed some of this out through social media channels.
Right.
Hopefully Dave and his crew will share with his fan base. But we'd love for you guys to share this.
Hey, Billy, let's stop for a second. Hey, everybody out there who's watching this, can you please stop for a second and push that share button right now? Because without you guys sharing, I can't continue on with my therapies and to show you guys the world. We really need to share this and build a community out there amongst stroke and brain injury, because this is how we're going to continue to grow. And I'm going to bring you guys some amazing stuff here in the next month. And the only way to do it is by sharing this. Dave's going to go out there. He's going to reshare it himself. There's a lot of people who are following us right now, but I really need the community to grow as a whole. And if you guys have questions about the Bulletproof Labs, connect with us, contact us, find us, and we'll give you feedback. But we're going to be bringing people in besides myself into the labs as well too. And hopefully this is going to work for us. They've already started doing some tests on me, and my body's taking to it, which means my body's still alive. You just got to wake up the part of the brain that is kind of sleeping at the moment.
Yeah. Hey, and another thing, guys, out there in Facebook land, if you just put a comment in the comment section of any kind, tell us where you're from, maybe how many years post-stroke you may be. Any sort of comment helps this video get around to other people. And like I said, we're going to be trying to, as at least once or twice a week, put a little bit out on the social channels to show what Sean's progress has been that week during his inaugural visits for Hacker Lab. And we're also going to be putting that on our StrokeHacker.com site in the form of a blog. So these will be some of our earliest blogs that we'll be doing, chronicling Sean's success. We're hoping for success there and chronicle the progress. So,
and let me just take a step back, everybody, just for a second. Let me kind of explain to you what who I am and what kind of happened. I want everybody right now to look down at the palm of your hand, open it up, and then put it on the right side of your head. Now, why do I ask you to do that? Because that's the size of the piece of skull they actually took off my head to help reduce the swelling in my brain. So they had to induce a coma and remove this size of my skull off my head, stored in my abdomen because my brain was swelling so bad. And a lot of people in the very beginning thought I'd never walk, talk, or drive a car again. I proved them wrong. Now I'm still kind of weak left side deficit, but left arm is very weak. Left leg is weak too, but they believe, and I believe, it's going to all come back. And that's the whole goal here, is to regain our independence and really get back to the community as well.
That's the goal of StrokeHacker as a community. So, hey, on our previous shows, we've talked about any of you in the community that think you may want to host a show and interview other stroke hackers, stroke warriors out there. We're open to suggestions and need help with this. It's all about community. So we want to involve. I don't want to do this show and be running this. Not really. But I want to invite others to do it, and I'll help them do it.
Exactly. So so Bulletproof Labs, I start again next Tuesday, twice a week. I'll figure out my schedule, but I'm gonna broadcast this to everybody out there through social media, Facebook, Twitters, Instagrams. But come join us and ask questions, follow along. It's gonna be exciting. Dave Asprey is a remarkable man. He built an amazing company. Everybody, you're thinking, what does butter have to do with coffee and MCT oil? Well, you're going to find out right now what this guy's all about, because he's cutting edge. And instead of me getting a prescription for an opioid or an anti-anxiety pill, I'm going to Bulletproof Labs, because I believe there's alternate ways to help heal the body.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're going to be following this on Facebook and the blog. So I'm glad you guys could join us and learn a little bit about it. I look forward to us feeding out more info as this thing progresses.
Absolutely. So thank you, Billy. We're about out of time, I believe. So this is 5 minutes with Shawnee, Bulletproof Labs, StrokeHacker. Please share this with everyone. And if you have trouble finding me, SeanEnton.com. You can learn about my story, why I'm doing this. But I'm doing this because I believe in all of you, and it's a community right now. So thanks a lot.
Yeah, please share, everybody. Share as much as you can. Put comments in the comment section. That gets this type of video around Facebook a lot more, and we really could use the help.
Wonderful. Thanks, Bill. And everyone enjoy your day and keep following us. This is exciting. Bulletproof and StrokeHacker are coming to you together.
Good seeing your fine, beautiful face there, Sean.
Thanks, buddy. You're fine. Okay, Billy. Enjoy Atlanta. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your evening, everybody, or your afternoon. And please share.